Let me just say it straight. If you're applying to dozens of jobs and still getting nowhere, the problem isn't your resume. And it's not that you're not qualified. And it's not that you're not working hard enough. The real problem, you're unclear on what you actually want. When you don't know what you're aiming for, your search becomes scattered, exhausting, and discouraging. Let me know in the comments, have you ever applied to a job and hoped it would be the answer, but deep down you knew it wasn't a great fit? Yeah. If that's you, let me know either in the comments or in my DMs. I want to know if that sounds like you, because then I know I'm onto something here. Hey there. So I'm so glad you're here. I'm Wendy Taylor. I help burned out professionals stop chasing jobs they hate and start landing roles that actually light them up. If you're joining live, you want to let me know where you're tuning in from, that's awesome. You can also just send me a DM. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and say replay in the comments so I know that you're here too, because I know a lot of my people catch these trainings on replay. Now let's dive into the real stuff here. Here's the thing nobody talks about. The job search isn't just about getting hired. It's about getting aligned. Most people are applying because they want out of something painful, not because they're clear on what's next. When you don't have clarity, everything else is harder. Your resume, let's see if I can actually speak this Friday. Your resume feels generic, your LinkedIn sounds vague, and your interviews feel off. If that hits home, let me know. Say true if that hits home. Well, let me walk you through the exact framework I use with my clients to help them stop applying blindly and start getting intentional. This is the clarity code. And, clarity is probably my middle name these days. So it has 4 parts. Strengths. We call this the loves and excels exercise. In my world, it was originally called talents and skills, but the important part of it is identifying the talents and skills you have that you both excel at and love doing. Then we have values. What matters most to you in this next chapter? For some people, it's actually the values of the business or the customer that they're helping. For some people, it's about what the job means for their family. Or if they're like me and they're a musician or they're an artist, like some of my favorite family members, it's how does the job support that? So values. Then there's also lifestyle. And that kind of overlaps with what I was talking about on values, but that's really clearly about, does it support your life, not take it over? Does it allow you to visit your wife who's working abroad? Does it allow you to spend 40% of your time checking in on an elderly parent out of state? Whatever lifestyle means for you. It also could mean not missing a single Little League game or a single ballet recital. One of my favorite trainings I ever did was about missing Little League and ballet recitals because I'm the baseball and ballet girl. Okay, so lifestyle. And then the last one is non-negotiables. What are you no longer willing to tolerate? And this answer should be different in different stages of your life. Okay, so when you get clear on these, you stop job searching like it's a numbers game and start targeting roles that fit you, especially if you mix in the superpower cocktail. And if you have never heard my training on the superpower cocktail, you need that cocktail. So drop cocktail in the comments so I can get it to you. Seriously, that's the other half of this getting clear on what you want and landing the right job faster. Now, I think it's story time. So let me introduce you to Sam. When we started working together, he was sending out 30, 40 applications a week and getting ghosted constantly. He said, I didn't know what I wanted. I just knew I couldn't stay where I was. So we worked through the clarity code together. He uncovered what lit him up, what he valued, and what he needed to walk away from. 2 months later, landed a job, more flexibility, more pay, more energy left at the end of the day. If you can relate to where he started, say Sam in the comments or send it to me in the DMs. Totally fine with you dropping everything I'm saying to do in the comments in my DMs. Just fill my DMs up, people. Okay. I want to tell 2 other stories. One was a client looking for his second job of his career. And when he came to me, he'd applied to 1,800 jobs. Now, he'd actually gotten one offer, but it would have required that he move to a suburb. And the suburb would have been great, like 5 years down the road once he was married and had kids, but he was a single guy. And he's like, I need to live in a city. I don't want to live in a suburb. And so why he applied to the job requiring that he move to a suburb, I'm not quite sure. And all the other jobs he was applying to weren't aligned with what was right for him next. He had a job that was right for him next, that got him to move to the city he wanted to move to in 6 weeks. I'll tell you another story. This is one more on the lifestyle and values piece. Had a really decent job by all metrics. Her health was impacted. Her marriage was impacted. Her elementary school age children were reading below grade level. We figured out what actually would move her career forward, but create more space for her health, her marriage, her children. We also, by the way, looked at how she spent her non-work time and dropped a few things that she thought were for her children, but didn't actually move the needle for them because they were about volunteering in child-related activities, not spending time with her children. So we get the job that actually moved her career in the direction she wanted to move it in, but freed up time. 1 year later, her children were reading above grade level. And what she said is, I spend more time with my husband and my children in 1 week than I used to in 3. And when it came to my health, my friends see the change and they want to know what I did. And I tell them. And then I send them to Wendy. And she did, over and over again. Okay, if today's session spoke to you and you're thinking, wow, I really need this kind of clarity in my job search, I'd love to invite you to book a free clarity call with me. It's not a sales pitch. It's a real conversation. In case you haven't noticed, I'm incredibly real. So we're going to talk about what you want, what's been blocking you, and if I think it makes sense, whether my job search coaching program is the right next step for you. If you're tired of doing this alone, this is your next move. Send me a message after this training with the word call or comment below, and I'll send you the link to book. This is your chance to go from scattered to strategic and finally land a job that fits your life. Have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day.